Welcome back to my 5x10 utility trailer build. As part of that, I had to clear out some room in my garage, and I had this ditch witch that I had borrowed from one of my friends for a project where I installed some low voltage lighting wiring, and so I needed to clean that up and repaint it. So I scuffed it all down, gave it a quick paint, and new carburetor, tune-up and stuff on the engine. I also had to replace the front tire on it that wasn't holding air, so I had to sandblast and clean up the front wheel and use some of that Rust-Oleum rust convert. And now that that's out of the garage, I was able to start off where I left off back in the springtime with working on the trailer. Got the frame back down on the ground and started laying things out. And I had the steel frame made, but then I wanted to do a deck, and I wasn't finding any good material for the top. Then I found this salvaged used snowmobile trailer. Obviously, it was way too wide, but I cut it down and salvaged the deck material off it. The frame was all cracked and had a mobile home axle underneath it, so it was everything on the frame. Everything was all trash. The axle was trash, and I put it in the use the deck. Here's my son helping strip the wood and start salvaging the deck. Yeah. That's all right. Go to the next one. Push down on the drill when you do it. Done. These are just a couple pictures of the cracked frame in a bunch of places, showing that the frame on it was just junk, and why you really shouldn't be using an aluminum frame, because it can't take that impact load over time. And here's where I just cut the frame in half, or the deck in half, just kind of randomly, just to set on and get it the width of place. So I'm continuing on with the trailer that I was working on. So this is that snowmobile deck. So I got it straightened out. It's 5 feet wide. I put a piece of steel bar that's 5 feet and 1/8 inch long, and I'm going to take a skill saw and chop down these lines. The 1/8 inch extra length is because the skill saw blade is an 1/8 inch thick, so when I mesh those two pieces back together, it'll be 5 feet wide between the uprights. I chose to cut this back one because I'm getting rid of my 3 wide trailer lights, and this is dented here, so if I cut it there, get rid of my lights, get rid of the dented section, and this piece connects to this piece. And then I just kind of offset them up through the middle. These main load carrying beams, those are cracked from the other trailer. So those are going to get either cut out or reinforced or welded or whatever. And then I'll have some steel angle iron or something that's going to carry that load across that center. And then so once I get it all cut, and then that piece lines up with that piece, etc., etc., so the trailer, the stagger is gone. So here goes it. Alright, so now I get the main cut. It's all lined up so I could take it apart or whatever because they're all, I can just finish the cuts. So I'm going to probably just try to flip it over and then do the bottom side. working on the hinges. I'm machining these little aluminum tubes. They get little grease fitting holes in them. So I got those welded on from the top, and then I got the steel one, which is going to get welded to the frame. I use this little piece of angle iron to clamp all the pieces on so they line up straight. So now I'm going to remove the angle iron. Get these grease fittings all lined up where I want them. And now I'll, as soon as my TIG welder cools down, I'm just gonna lay a quick bead right here, here, then I'll cut these tabs off a little bit after. So as soon as my TIG welder cools down, I'm gonna weld these on, and then the trailer should be hinging. So I got those all half welded, and then I'll also add a brace on them as well. I'll cut these steel off. So now I can take the clamps off that were holding it all in place. And now, it should, take the pin out. Rewind for that. But yeah, I'll put it on here so you can see it easier. Yeah, now I just have to, I got one more, I got these tubes here for electric. That's going to run electric into the center. I got one more tube to go diagonally through here to get power from the center of the tongue down through. And then I got to take all the aluminum off, fully weld the steel frame, and get that painted, and then work on finishing up all the aluminum, flip the trailer over. Got to weld the bottom of those hinges, got to weld the bottom of these plates here. Could have finished welding a couple spots on the tube here. I got some of these, got to weld the bottom of those hinges. Those take a lot of heat. I just got to run a tube in here to transfer electric from the center over to the frame in here. That runs up to the front, around the little corner lights. So here's the trailer finished up for now until I get the decking on it. I got the Demco coupler, which automatically latches when you put it on, which is kind of nice. I got 7-way wiring. I integrate the wiring right into the frame, so that way it's not going to get banged on anything. It's all sealed up. Got the hitch, got the pins so the trailer will tilt. I've got the E-track, and I put the little hand winch on the E-track so I don't have to leave it out in the weather all the time. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for decking. I want something I never have to worry about. Pressure treated will rot the aluminum, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I've got these are the aluminum rails are the same width as the tractors, the garden tractors they use, of the wheel spacing, so that'll hold the weights, whatever I put on after. It's got the electric brakes and the torsion axle, grease pins. You can see how the wiring comes out through the center of the frame. So yeah, I just need to figure out what I'm going to put on for a decking, and I could splurge on a piece of 5x10 diamond plate, or I'm not sure yet. Little rubber plugs put on the end of the info tube, weld it on so I keep my registration on the trailer at all times. It's got the LED lights with the reverse lights so I can help backing up at night. And so I got I did put the 7-pin on my little CRV so that I can tow with that. So I want to put the electric brakes on there so that in case I want to pull something on the trailer, I have a little extra ability to stop. So yeah, hopefully figure out a solution for decking it soon. So here's the trailer all finished up. I put a coat of copper naphthalate. It's not good for aluminum, but it's good for wood preservatives. So I'm gonna wash off excess off real good and get it cleaned up and get it stripped down. We put some rust proofer on the frame to keep it from rotting. Got the VIN tag all plate on it. So yeah, this trailer's ready to use, thankfully.